Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is Helen Sloan and I work as a consultant in the Queensland CompliSpace office, and I will be facilitating this webinar today. So the objective of this webinar is to introduce you to the new Policy Plus and Assurance sites that are currently being launched within your school or centre as part of the EREA GRACE project. So what I'd like to do is show you a brief video which gives a good overview of why the GRACE project was initiated. This is actually on the EREA website.
So, I'm here to talk about governance, risk, compliance, and policy management. Yep, I know that some of you probably think this is boring stuff, and you might even think, what's all this got to do with me? Well, I admit it's not the most exciting topic in the world for teachers and school staff, but I think it's pretty important that we make sure we keep our staff and students safe, and that we meet our legal obligations. Why? Because if we don't, we could lose our school, our jobs, or worse, a member of our school community. Here's the reality for schools today. Schools operate in a complex legal and regulatory environment. As educators and community leaders, we are subjected to more regulation now than ever before. If we don't comply, our students, staff, and the reputation of our school are at risk. To meet our legal and regulatory obligations, our schools are required to have policies and procedures in place that cover a broad range of topics. But it's specialised and tough work to draft legally correct policies and procedures, much less keep up with all the changes in the law that require those policies to be constantly updated. That's where the GRACE project comes in, and that's what this video is about. GRACE is all about EREA's governance, risk, and compliance evolution. GRACE is designed to help all EREA governed schools to manage their risk, compliance, and policy management obligations so that principals, leadership teams, teachers, and support staff can appropriately and comfortably address these issues, while also focusing on our core activities of teaching, learning, and caring for our students and school communities. So, how are we making GRACE happen? Well, the first step is to recognise that we are educators, not governance, risk, compliance, or policy management experts. So we've chosen a partner who lives and breathes this stuff, CompliSpace. CompliSpace is an Australian company that does nothing but governance, risk, compliance, and policy management. And they know schools. CompliSpace's staff are experienced educators, lawyers, and consultants who will work with our schools every step of the way. Here's what they do. Provide customisable policies and procedures that cover every obligation and can be tailored to our schools. Monitor changes in the law, update our policies, and alert school staff about the changes so we are confident we haven't missed a thing. Policies and procedures are delivered online so that anyone in our school can find what they need when they need it and know they've got the most up-to-date version. The software comes with a state-of-the-art staff learning system that revolutionises the way policies are understood by staff and allows staff to access staff learning content at any time, anywhere, via a mobile device. To help us ensure that we're actually doing what needs to be done, CompliSpace provides assurance tools for capturing and managing tasks, risks, incidents, forms, checklists, and credentials. And to help us prove that we've done what needs to be done, we can generate any reports we need, whether it's for our teachers and staff, the leadership team, our board, EREA, or government regulatory bodies. So that's a quick look at what the GRACE project is all about. It's here to help our schools meet our obligations and make our lives easier, so we can focus on what we do best: teaching, learning, and caring for our students.
I've used the Nudgee College Policy Plus site here. Obviously, for whatever school or centre or college you're at, it will be branded with your specific logo, and you will be able to log on a single sign-on, which will be set up for you. This is St. Joseph's Nudgee College, and the first page you will see is this home page, which has a whole series of icons which will look exactly like this on your site. So you can see here, this icon refers to risk management, compliance. There's the safety incident form, child protection, workplace health and safety. This here is for specific school policies. If they're not covered in our modules, we will be able to upload your specific school policies. For example, if you had a bus policy or anything else that's more relevant for your specific college or school or centre. So that will be able to be uploaded. We call this using the Policy Plus portal as the one source of truth. So you are able to go to this specifically as an intranet. We also have a link to the EREA Code of Conduct, which has been signed off nationally. In there is also the Child Safe Code of Conduct, which is captured as part of that. Student Duty of Care module, and then of course the staff learning systems that will take you directly to staff learning. Currently in there is a video which will introduce you to the staff learning system. You can click on any one of these and it takes you straight into that particular module. So that's one way of accessing each of those modules. If you have a specific incident in relation to, for example, there is an anaphylactic incident within the classroom, you can type in anaphylactic, you hit enter, and it takes you through to all the references that relate to anaphylactic in the site. Okay, so that is a particular search function for you. It will take you there through to the policy that's relevant for the particular college. What students are at risk? What are the healthcare plans for specific students? Where would the EpiPens and the adrenaline auto-injectors be stored? We've tailored this to suit your particular college based on the information you've given us. So all the information in relation to an anaphylactic shock management episode would be able to be identified. Same with diabetes, or if you're trying to find the first aid information, okay, you type it into that particular search function there and that will take you through to the relevant information. We also have down the side here navigation tools that take you through to the particular modules as well. So you can either click on to the icons here or click down the side to the particular navigation tool here that will take you through to that module. Within the site, there are also links through to hyperlinks through to internal pages as well. So you can either click on those hyperlinks, for example, to take you through to reporting child incidents. And then once again, you can click through to those. You can then, if you wanted to go back to the Child Protection Program home page, you can click back here, back to the home page for the site. You then go back to click back through that search button here. Also, on the right-hand side of the portal, there are quick links, which will also take you through to some of the more specific policies that you may want to access quickly. And down on the right-hand side is the School Governance blog, which is a monthly blog that we send out and is updated currently on topical and current information in relation to legal changes within the education sector. So, as I mentioned, this is the Policy Plus portal. There is an insurance portal. Those 3 portals, which includes also the staff learning system, which is also a separate portal, they can all be accessed from this one Policy Plus homepage. The last area I wanted to show you is the safety incident form. And if I go back to the tools page here, there are a few different ways you'll be able to, when an incident occurs, you'll be able to log an incident. Okay, you can click on this icon here. It will take you through to this particular safety incident form. Here you can see this is the St. Joseph's Nudgee College safety incident form. So this has been developed in conjunction with the EREA National Safety Working Group. It's designed to capture all the necessary information required for reporting compliance and ensure effective end-to-end safety incident management. So it uses conditional logic and intuitively changes to account for different types of injuries, near misses and property damage. So for example, if I click in safety incident resulting in injury, it brings up the relevant fields relating to injuries such as, initially you put in your details, your name, your position, the date occurred, the time occurred, the location, what happened. Then it takes you through to who was injured, a staff member, a student, so on. What is the name of that person? What type of injury occurred? Okay, so concussion on the rugby field. What particular part of this concussion? Obviously be the head. Okay, what part of the body was injured? Was any other person injured? Were there any witnesses? Any medication? Was the school nurse notified? If you have a nurse within your school, college or centre, you click yes. Was an ambulance called? If yes, okay. If no, you click no, obviously, in the correct button. Was the injured person admitted to hospital? Yes, no, unsure. Was there any other medical treatment? Okay, if you click yes here, you can provide the details of that in the drop-down box. And was there any property damage? Once you've filled out the complete form, you can also actually put in any corrective action and upload any attachments. If there's photos that you've been able to take on your phone or download any relevant information, certificates, anything, you can upload that, and then you can submit that form through to the assurance site. That then gets uploaded into this site and goes into a safety incident register. If you click on near miss, it takes you to other relevant options for a near miss or for property damage. For example, were there any witnesses, was there any property damage? But you can see some of the other areas are not housed in this form because they're not relevant. Click submit once again, and that information goes into the safety incident register. That allows us to then drill down and analyse that information to run reports on that safety incident information. For example, if a number of incidents occur in a particular area on a playground, it allows us to identify why. Is there an issue with the concrete or a trip hazard there that needs to be looked at, needs to be rectified, and a corrective action task undertaken as a result of that. So we're able to drill down and analyse this information based on what is provided and the accuracy of the information provided in the safety incident form. The last area I'd like to show you with that safety incident form, the beauty of it is you can actually upload that through to the your phone, your mobile. This is the links from an iPhone. We will send out these instructions and also the instructions to upload to an Android phone as well. But you can open the link on your phone, you can add it to your home screen, and then it appears as a link on your home screen. So immediately an incident occurs, you can click on that link, download that information and submit. It's a much easier process for you to do that. And that takes me to the end of the webinar. As mentioned, this webinar forms part of the launch of the EREA GRACE project within your school, college or centre. If you haven't already, you will shortly receive the logins to the site, which will set up your IT support. If you have any questions, please contact your compliance representative within your school or college. Thank you very much.